Our potential customers have become very skeptical of the value salespeople bring. The old school method of always be closing is ended. In order to build credibility and trust with our customers, they need to see that we care about their success. We need to focus on their needs and bring value every time we interact. Salespeople are translators. We need to listen, really listen, and translate our world into theirs. Successful sales is part inventiveness, perceptivity, and technique. As salespeople, we created this inability to communicate effectively. Our never-ending self-serving statements, our vain attempts to persuade, convince our customers' value. What we did was we forgot the customer. This created a mistrust and lack of credibility and made them leery about the actual change we were proposing. The good news is we don't have to continue down this path. However, our results will only change if we change. Today we're going to talk about the 5 principles of building success. How do we do that? How do we go about that? Well, let's talk about the areas we're going to try to answer the following questions. How do we make the customer experience so valuable that our customers want to buy our products and services only from us and at our price? How do we become that trusted vendor? How do we manage change? How in an ever-changing environment in business are we flexible and adaptable enough to modify our approach, our discussions, to fit our customers' needs? What are the barriers along the way? Some of the struggles I've had over the years as a sales executive, sales manager, and business developer have always been rooted in one thing: lack of understanding. What is the real problem we're trying to solve? Why won't the person just let me know? I'm going to help. Is it lack of trust? Is it they don't really know? The answer is yes to both. And we need to roll our sleeves up and really work with the customer to find out what the true issue is. So let's explore what I call the 5 principles of success. They are the building blocks that are going to allow us to create a business execution model process that is not only successful, but flexible and sustainable. It's going to allow us to set those goals that lead us into the next area of success. The first thing we need to do is we need to bring value. We need to bring value in everything we do. How do we do that? We need to master 3 different areas. We need to master being a researcher reporter. We need to basically study and become as best of experts that we can in our customers' industry and bring our own knowledge of our own products and services to them in translation so they understand how we can solve their issues. We need to be a role model. We need to be able to work with our customers in a way where they see our integrity. We're honest. We tell them when we can't do something. We tell them when we can, and we deliver on it. We need to be a results maker. We need to show them that we've been there and done that. We need to be able to show them our success in stories, because people buy from other people and they buy in stories. There's a little story I'd like to tell you about a book by Patrick Lencioni called Getting Naked. It's a business fable about 2 companies that were going to merge. One kept all of their information very close to them and basically wouldn't give it to you unless you paid for it. The other one would give their business away. And the interesting thing, to make a long story short, is the company who gave their business away had higher margins and more revenue than the one who didn't. It was a very interesting discussion on that, and I recommend you pick it up and read it. So besides bringing value, the next thing we need to do is we actually need to bring our passion. Why? Because it's contagious. And it's going to show if we don't have passion. People buy on emotion. And so they need to believe that we believe in our products and services, as well as the areas of expertise we're discussing to them about. Or we should say we don't know. We need to work hard. We need to get up every morning. There's no get-rich schemes. We need to be abundant, not scarce. We need to make sure our cup isn't half empty. Little story about Cal Ripken. He had over 2,600 consecutive games played. He was a 19-time All-Star. What do you think his batting average was? It was .276. That's less than a 30% success rate. We have to stay diligent. The next thing is we have to stop selling. We talked about it before. The ABCs, or always be closing, is over. Our clients are attuned to that and truthfully won't tolerate it and will tell us where the door is, very simply. So one of the things that we need to do, and by not stop selling, is we need to really look at the 5 whys, and we need to really dig down and ask the 5 whys. It's a concept from Toyota. They use it in their processing plants to really delve down and dig into why and what is the root cause of an issue. Customers will appreciate that, and they'll really like the fact that you'll be able to give them better insight rather than just jumping to a conclusion. The last one is we need to have a plan. We need to be able to execute and develop a plan that we can measure. This doesn't mean analysis paralysis, but what it really means is we need to do our due diligence and then we need to execute. So it's what I call ready, aim, fire, and it was based on a book I read by Michael Masterson. And really what he talks about is if you have a good idea and you've done as much due diligence as you can, you need to get out there and you need to fire. And there's also another little story around how people adjust their scopes and guns in order to be able to be sharpshooters. And one of the things they do is they don't actually shoot and adjust, shoot and adjust. They'll actually take many rounds and look at groupings and then actually adjust the scope accordingly. It's actually the quickest way to get to the bullseye. So these are the 5 principles of building success. I hope you enjoyed the discussion. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to give me a call at 443-926-1277 or email me at coreybodenar@janespring.com. I want to thank you again for your time and hope you have a great day.